Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. Now, my last video was talking about me criticizing some of the recent ways of doing things at SEGA. The fact that they are solely focusing, or 90% of their effort going towards two IPs, which are Sonic the Hedgehog and Yakuza / Like a Dragon. And of course, that was after the confirmation that all 4 mystery titles that SEGA was teasing ahead of Tokyo Game Show were actually Like a Dragon / Yakuza games. If you don't know me, I am a huge Yakuza and Like a Dragon fan. I played all the games, and the showing that RGG Studio had at the RGG Summit earlier in September was fantastic. Yakuza Kiwami 3 plus Dark Ties looks amazing. I'm extremely intrigued about the changes that they're doing, and I'm very intrigued about the Mine side of things as well. How are we gonna play as him, and how is that going to be with the story, the changes that they're doing and everything? Overall, I was stoked with the actual announcements of Kiwami 3. There was, right after the original reveal, some problems and some controversy when it comes to how fans reacted to some of the recasting here in Kiwami 3. For example, Rikiya being a very popular character in the game, he's basically right there alongside Kiryu for the whole time, or a good part of the game. He was recasted and he looks very different than new characters. He doesn't have this stupid look that he used to have that we like, you know? So people reacted strongly to that, and in my video I said, you know what? He's gonna grow on me. I don't really care. I mean, okay, they changed him, but I'm sure the character is going to be very similar with how he interacts with Kiryu, and the look of the character is going to grow on me. That was my initial reaction, and it still is, by the way. I don't mind. We saw a lot of other characters get recasted as well, with some being very different than what we previously had in terms of like how they physically look, which caused some questions. But there was one recasting in particular that made fans mad over the weekend, and when it comes to me, I wouldn't say I'm mad about the situation, but I would say I'm disappointed, and I hope that RGG Studio did not do their research properly before casting this specific character as one of the antagonists for Yakuza Kiwami 3. So let me explain, and let's put names on this thing. So basically, there is one antagonist in Yakuza 3 that goes by the name of Goh Hamazaki. He is, again, a big antagonist in Yakuza 3, a character that you also see in Yakuza 4, so he is completely recasted now. The person who played him back in the day with the PS3 version of the game and the PS4 HD remaster was completely changed. People complained about the design change, just like with the previous character that we talked here with Rikiya. Now, people complained about the change, but what people are now mad, or in my case disappointed about, is the new actor who was picked by RGG Studio is Mr. Teruyuki Kagawa. I'm sorry about my pronunciation, but this person was found guilty of sexual harassment and sexual assault in 2019. That came out in 2022, and people found that out a few days after the original reveal of Yakuza Kiwami 3, and they're now questioning, why would you put a sexual offender like this in your game? Why would you give any type of attention or any type of positive attention to a person like this? I personally don't want someone like this casted in one of my games. No matter what game I'm playing, if you are this type of person, you can go F yourself. I do not want to have anything to do with you. This happened in a hostess club in 2019, and I'm going to spare you the details and photos and everything that I was able to find. Big mess. Fans are very disappointed, and now there is even a campaign going on social media, hashtag #RemoveKagawa, which was trending over the weekend. So people are all talking about this thing, and fans are really disappointed with this recast here, because once again, Hamazaki is a very important character. So we're gonna see this guy's face for a good bit of the game, which is set to release in February. So I am confused, and I'm worried, and I wonder if RGG Studio is going to do something. If you know me, I talk about SEGA fairly often on the channel. I also talk about Atlas like whenever something happens, and I generally don't do videos like this too often. The last time that I did was when there was some sort of controversy with the localization of Metaphor Refantasio, and I wanted to put my voice out there. Same thing for this thing. I mean, I do not like to see this. The Yakuza and Like a Dragon fan base, the RGG fan base are very positive in general, but there is certain things that we do not want to accept, and that is certainly one of those things. It sucks because the game itself, I'm not willing to boycott it. I'm like, the game itself looks amazing. I want to support RGG Studio. They're one of my favorite studios, especially in modern age. They're doing a great job, even if I'm also criticizing SEGA for putting so much effort and focus on this IP. I still like them. I still play every game and I like all of them. So I know I'm gonna like this game, but seeing that they casted someone like this is a big bummer. I did a little bit of research on this person and try and see what was happening. He's a popular actor in Japan, and he was also a comedian for ads for Toyota, the car manufacturer. And Toyota, when the news came out in 2022 of what he did in 2019 and the fact that he was found guilty, they completely took him off of the ads campaigns that they had ready for their cars and their brand in Japan. That is a good. I am a proud Toyota owner. So I really do hope that RGG are also going to remove this person. Once again, I do not want to go into specifics of should you like forgive someone or whatever, but one thing's for sure, someone who did something like this does not belong in our games. That is my opinion. You have the right to disagree, but I hope that most of y'all are going to agree here with me. So I'm going to link in my video description the discussion about this whole thing, my sources as well for the articles that I found out. But this is a big bummer. Teruyuki, I do not want you in my game, sir. I think they could completely go back to the previous actor for Hamazaki if possible, or choose someone else. It's one character to get recasted, new lines to record and everything. The game is 5 months away from launch or so. So at this point, do something, SEGA. Do something, RGG Studio, because this situation is not something that you want to be in. And the rest of the contract, I could sit here and cry about, again, the new casting for Rikiya, or some of the visual changes that they're doing, story changes, structural changes, the stupid-ass game key card for Switch 2. I know, SEGA, you can do real physical versions. You're doing one for Sonic Cross Worlds, and I'm going to buy that. For sure. I'm probably going to give away physical copies on the channel as well to show y'all that I want to support game key cards. But this is a more serious topic, so that's why I decided not to bring these things out. This is a serious topic. I want a statement from RGG and SEGA. I want them to say something about this situation. I want them to change the voice actor and actor for this character. Please. I hope I made sense here with this video. Again, that's not generally what I do here on the channel. I do Atlas News episodes. I do opinion pieces on SEGA things and reviews, all that stuff. So I don't necessarily talk about these things generally, but this was important to me. I wanted to call this out. So here it is to my audience. Share this around, share the world around, and share your opinion. Make your voices heard to RGG and SEGA, but stay respectful. And that way, maybe they change things. I certainly hope that they do. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.